Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Adam. In this video we're going to talk about shipping your FBA products to Amazon FBA. This is part 2 of a 3-video series. So there are 3 steps to doing this. Number 1 is create FBA condition. I covered that in the last video. If you haven't already watched it, go ahead and do that now. This video is going to cover step 2, which is creating a shipment on Amazon. And the final video will cover step 3, which is ordering your product from Gearbubble. So let's get into this now. So in the last video, I showed you how to create a condition for your products. And I see right here that I have my FBA SKU here ready to go. You'll see that it is called FBA 002 Dancing Daughter. This is the product that I'm actually going to ship to Amazon, and this is not going to be a test or a fake purchase. I'm actually going to send this product to Amazon. So we're going to actually do this. So if you have just created your condition on Amazon, you do have to wait until the SKU pops up like this. But once it is popped up like this and you see that it says inactive, out of stock, and it's here, now we can actually create the shipment. So we're going to go over to the right side of the screen here, click on that black down arrow, and we're going to select Send Replenish Inventory. This brings up the shipment creation screen. Now, if for the very first time you click on the screen, Amazon is going to try to show you a video. You can simply click X on that video and you should see this screen right here, except it will say ships from, and then it'll say add an address. So in order for you to actually create a shipment, you have to put in the address that the product is shipping from. That is important because Amazon determines which warehouse will be receiving your product and how much it costs to ship. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So you can click on ships from another address. The very first time you do that, it's going to say add contact. Click on that and enter the following information here. You're going to put Gearbubble 13595 Southwest 134th Avenue, Suite 209, Miami, Florida, zip code 33186. You can put your own phone number if you are in the United States. If not, then you'll have to find a United States-based phone number. The warehouse does not have a phone number for you to use, unfortunately. Now, if you are outside of the United States and you don't have a phone number, just look one up and put it in there. Nobody will ever call this phone number. I'm not actually sure why the phone number is required to be there, but it is something that Amazon requires, and because it's a North America-based shipping address, then you have to put a North America-based phone number. So just look one up, throw it in there. You can just make one up. You can put 555-1234, and then put your email address in there as well. Then click on Continue, and it should say ships from in this top left corner here. If you do other FBA, make sure that it says this address as the ships from address. If you don't, then your product shipping label will be a little bit messed up and it could cause some issues down the road here. So we are in the shipment creation screen here, and the first thing that we need to do is, of course, we need to know how many units we're shipping in. So all of Gearbubble's FBA shipments are going to be shipping in one of 2 sizes of box. One size of box is going to be a smaller box that fits up to 50, and the other one is a larger box that fits up to 100. So on the next screen, I'm going to show you the dimensions and weights for those ones there. So at the moment, Gearbubble will ship products in increments of 25. So I believe that there is 4 settings on the FBA shipment creation screen, and you'll have the option of shipping 25, 50, 75, or 100. So on the next screen here, if it's 25 to 50, this is the dimensions you're going to put. So 12 by 12 by 8 inches and 5.5 pounds. If it's 75 or 100, you're going to use 13 by 13 by 13 and 12 pounds. So I'll show you what that looks like here. So we're not going to ship individual units. We are going to ship case packed products. Now I'm going to call this case packed product, I'm going to call this box of 50. And you can create multiple case packs depending on how many products you want to restock. And when you create a case pack template, it sits there on your listing forever. So you'll never have to do this again to ship the same amount of products in. So of course, 50 units per box, right? Now the case pack template for 50 to 100 was 12 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches. And the box weight was 5.5 pounds. So it always asks in pounds. If you're shipping with Amazon.com, it's always going to be in pounds, of course. Prep category is no prep needed. It's probably going to ask you this already, but click on this and scroll down here. Click on no prep needed and save. Then we're going to save again. Now, if you get an error message on that first screen there, and it tells you that you have to put the dimensions of the product in, it means that when you launch the product, you may have forgotten to put the dimensions in. Maybe you launched it on Gearbubble and integrated it. So you'll need to put the dimensions of the actual product in, and I'm going to give you those in the next screen here. So this is the size and dimensions of the basic non-luxury box item here. So it is 3 inches by 3 inches by 1 inch, and it's 4 ounces. Do not put this information as the case pack template because this is the individual product size. So this only applies if you have not entered these dimensions in when you are launching your product on Amazon. You'll need to put them in now. So on the shipment creation screen here on Amazon, it still says individual units, but when we click that drop-down menu, we'll see that it's added a case pack template that says box of 50. On the right side here, you'll notice that it switches from units to boxes. That's because we are shipping a single box with all the same product in it, so Amazon doesn't need to know how many of each unit are in the box. It knows there's 50 and they're all the same product. So we put in one box here. Now make sure that you're not putting 50 units here instead of one box. You want to do the case pack template here instead of that. Then click on Ready to Send. And we are going to click on Print SKU Labels. This doesn't actually print it. It downloads the label. This label, I'm going to show you what it looks like here. So just leave it as standard format and the 30 up labels. Don't touch any of that. Then click Print All. It downloads the PDF file to your computer. We are going to need that PDF file to order the products from Gearbubble. And I'm going to show you what it looks like here. So these are individual stickers that get attached to each individual one of your 50 or whatever number that you're ordering, each one of your products here. So you can see that they're all the same and there's 50 of them total. So you're going to upload this entire label to Gearbubble when we order the product there. So once you've downloaded that and had a look at it to make sure that it looks good, click the X button right there and we're going to move on. So click on Confirm and Continue. It does sometimes take a second. Now the shipment date, it's not really that important what date you put on here. So don't worry about, trying to select the correct date. I'm just going to simply pick a date that's about a week in advance. I recommend doing that. It doesn't take very long to do this. So you can see that I select the shipment date and now it shows me the number of shipments here. Now I'm going to explain what's on this screen here, and I'm going to show you one thing that we need to do before we move on. So don't change any of these settings here. Don't select less than truckload. View contents, that's only if you need to confirm which product that you're shipping. And all the way down the screen here, you can see that we've got all of the product, all of these selections here are default, including the shipping carrier. So don't select non-Amazon partnered carrier. Leave it as UPS. That is Amazon's partnered carrier. And this is the company that will take your product from Gearbubble's warehouse to Amazon's warehouse. Now, Amazon is giving me free shipping, and I don't know why, but I'm okay with that. The cost for you will probably be less than $10 and sometimes as low as $5. This is the cost of carrying the product from the warehouse to Amazon's warehouse, and we get a significant discount on that process there. So it's very discounted shipping, which is fantastic. So one thing I want to point out as well, up until this screen and this step right here, you can still cancel this. If you back out of this, or if you go to a different screen, click your home screen button, it will cancel this workflow as if it never existed. Once you have clicked this button right here, this shipment is set. You can't delete it after you create it. You don't have to ship the items, but you will still get charged for this shipment here. So you'll pay that money regardless of whether you ship it or not. So it's always a good idea to make sure that you have done everything correctly before you go through all of the rest of this process. Now, this here is the warehouse that Amazon has decided that your products are going to be shipped to. You have no control over that. Don't worry about which one it is. It might not be the same one every time. If it's not the same one, it's completely irrelevant to you. So don't worry. You don't have to select which warehouse it's going to. Amazon does that for you. So now I'm going to confirm this. I'm going to click on accept charges and confirm shipping. It's going to take me to the next screen here where I'm going to download the shipping label. Okay, great. Now the first thing that I'm going to do here before I download my shipping label is I have to rename my product. The reason that we need to rename the product is that when we send this this shipping label to the Aphrodite's warehouse, which is Aphrodite's owns the warehouse that ships the products out, and they need to know which product that you're putting this design on. So they've asked us to use the name of the shipment as the actual necklace design itself, or not the design, but the actual style itself. So I'm going to give you a list of the styles here, and that'll be the naming format that we'd like you to use for that purpose. So this is the chart that contains the SKUs and the names of the styles of necklace. So you can see I'm actually sending the Heart Love Dancing Crystal, and the SKU is right here. This information will be on this page, I believe, underneath this video. We'll make this available to you guys so that you can, use this information. And I'm going to show you how to rename your shipment so that this is reflected on there. Okay, so this is the naming format. So we've got Heart Love Dancing Crystal, and we've got the SKU here, and then the number of units that we're shipping through this this shipment here. So we're going to click Save, and you'll see that it does reflect that right there. So the shipment name has been changed, and now when we print the shipment, which is to say we download the shipping label, it'll actually say that right there on the shipping label itself. And so when the warehouse is putting these shipments out, they'll know, yeah, okay, this product goes with this style of necklace. So make sure that you do change that. If it's not changed, they won't know which style of product to put it on, so be sure that you do change that. Now, the next step right here is to save this shipping label here. So we're going to save this. And what I recommend is put the same format there. So I'm going to put the SKU. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to copy this right here. Then I'm going to save it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy it in here, and I'm going to put barcodes as the title. Then I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to put thermal shipping label. So when the warehouse sees these two things, they will be connected to each other. So I'm going to click save on that, and now it's downloaded. I can close this screen right here. So now that I've done all of that, my shipment is complete, and the only thing that I need to do is to actually order this product on the Gearbubble homepage. We're going to cover that in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.